This is the one with everything you need to know to start streaming with Mevo. I'm Jason Hoffman. My goal is to help you have the confidence to just press go live. If you're in the market for a live streaming camera, you've probably run across the Mevo Start. It is the standard of live streaming cameras in today's market. It's been out for a few years, but that means the software has had time to develop, and there is a great benefit to going with a Mevo Start if you're just starting out in live streaming. And we're going to start here. Mevo Customer Group on Facebook. It is an incredibly helpful, tight-knit community. It is searchable by keyword and by user. So if you find answers to a question that you search for, if you find them to be helpful, you can search their posts as well. One of those very helpful features that's going to give you a head start in your research about which streaming camera to purchase. So most folks who start out live streaming onto YouTube don't have a channel that will allow them to stream straight to YouTube. They have to go the RTMP route. Well, here's how to use the RTMP button. When you press the red Go Live button, you're going to have the option of YouTube, Facebook, all the other major platforms, and custom RTMP. If you tap on that section, it's going to give you a place to put in your stream URL and your stream key. Those two things are what you need no matter which RTMP destination you're going to. So if you're streaming baseball and it's headed to Sideline HD, they have a unique RTMP stream key and stream URL that you need to input there. I'll show you how to find it in YouTube itself, and if you can find it there, you can find it anywhere else. A lot of folks will ask about the RTMP to Facebook, and I'm not going to go over that in this video. I've tried in the past, and they change it so often. They change the permissions to stream to a page or to a group or to a business page, so I've stopped streaming to Facebook at all. I stream to YouTube. I share the link to Facebook if I have folks on Facebook that are going to want to see it, and I don't worry about it after that. So in YouTube, I want to go to studio.youtube.com, and there I can click on this button. Once I've clicked on that button, the next page that pops up is going to have my stream key, stream URL information in it. I can copy that, paste it into the place in the Mevo software where it goes, come back to the studio.youtube.com page where you're going live, and copy the stream URL, paste it in the Mevo software, and you're ready to go live via RTMP. If you've never set up your channel to do RTMP, there are a couple of steps, and this video can show you those beginner basic steps. So live streaming with a Mevo camera is going to be much easier if I understand how to use the RTMP button. When you start talking about everything you need to know about streaming with a Mevo Start, I know I'm going to miss things. So you tell me, what things am I missing in this video? Leave them in the comments and let's talk about it. You're going to notice when you get in the software, whether it's the single cam software or the multicam software, we'll get to the difference between the two of those at the end of this video. You're going to find that there are some options that are pay to play. It's called Mevo Pro. It's a subscription, and it allows things like multi-streaming. It's going to unlock the ability to stream to two destinations at once. If you need to stream to more than one platform at a time, you can do that as well. If you're still needing to stream to Facebook, fine, you can. Click on Facebook, log in, here we go. Click on the RTMP or the YouTube button, and you can go to separate destinations, just like you can go to multiple RTMPs on any one destination as well. It's also going to unlock the ability to bring in another device using the Mevo Go app. Now, if you have an extra smartphone laying around, you can download the Mevo Go app onto it, and you can run anything that's on that phone into your live stream. So if you want to do a slideshow, great, here it comes. If you want to do a video, great, bring it in. If you want to do announcements or sponsorships or whatever it might be, you can bring those in through the Mevo Go app using another device. It also unlocks the ability to bring in NDI sources. So if you have a camera that has NDI built in, you can use it with your Mevo software. You're not only restricted to having just the Mevo branded cameras, you can use any camera that has NDI, HX, or HX2, HX3. And one of the most popular benefits of the Mevo Go app is to take that smartphone and use its camera. Load your Mevo Go app to use the camera as well. So you have more cameras that you can use just using your old smartphones. I've been using Mevo Starts for 4 or 5 years now. And the thing that impresses me the absolute most about the Mevo Start is its ability to handle sound. I've done whole videos just on sound and microphones into Mevo cameras. And what I'm going to show you today are the options that are most common when talking about running sound for your live streams. I have gushed recently about my new studio microphone and how smooth it makes me sound. It's working with compromised material. My vocal cords aren't great, but I like the way it sounds. And I usually run it either into my iPad or into my iMac, which sits on the other end of this desk. But today I've taken it and I'm running it into the back of my Mevo Start. The USB-C port on the back of a Start takes audio in, digital audio in. And I've plugged in my new studio microphone to this camera, which is what we've been using this entire video. This quality sound is coming from my Mevo Start. If you find this video enjoyable, would you mind smashing that like button? It's the best way I have found for YouTube to let me know to continue to make videos like this. While we're here, let's go ahead and hear the difference between this. You can use any lapel mic with a 3.5 millimeter plug on the back of it. Works great, makes you sound right here on your chest, and it's a really good quality sound. You can use a mini shotgun mic if you like, and those coming with a wind muff are great for outdoor venues. Okay, so here are some of our options. I'm going to turn off this mic and turn on Mevo Auxiliary. It's telling me auxiliary because it knows that something's plugged into that 3.5 millimeter jack. So now you're hearing audio from the Rode Video Micro mini shotgun mic with windscreen attached. And finally, I've unplugged the Video Micro, and now you're hearing the built-in 3 microphone array that's on top of the Mevo Start. This is how it is out of the box. This room is not kind to those microphones. Thus, I plug in other microphones and make sure that I have better sound quality in a very echoey room. That's the sound that comes in through the camera itself. Let me talk to you about the ways we can do this not to the camera itself. When I go into my sound settings in the Mevo app, I have the ability to use my control device. So now you're hearing sound from my iPad, which is right here in front of me, and that's the sound into this recording, or it could be into your live stream. Let's move on to our image adjustment settings. You need to know about image adjustment settings if you're going to live stream or record with a Mevo Start, and they have a lot of adjustability built into the software. So if I tap on the image adjustments icon here, I have a whole row on the bottom that scrolls way far over to the right, so I can see that I have many options for adjusting my view, adjusting my picture quality in the Mevo app software. I will tell you that my go-to is to start with Vivid as the preset, bump saturation up 1, sometimes none, depending on what kind of lighting I have, indoor or outdoor. I will make this one note about high dynamic range, HDR, in the Mevo Start. If you don't have a lot of light, like an outdoor sunny day, HDR is not your friend. And now let's talk about the extras you get when you decide to stream with a Mevo camera software. The team at Mevo has done a fantastic job of developing their software. It is feature rich. The single cam app allows you to have 9 presets. You can zoom into a section of the shot. You can tap and hold on the screen in that section and add it as a preset. You can do that 9 times. I know this doesn't make for very good video to go all the way around me like this and give me such weird shots, but just to see you can do this over and over and over again. And all of these now are selectable. I'm going to go to my wide shot here so you can still see me, but tapping on each of these is as simple as touching the ring that now appears on my screen. So if I'm setting up something that goes across the stage and I want to catch each performer there in their own spot, I just adjust the size of their crop so that it can catch them whenever I need to highlight them. If I'm running this in a baseball field and I want third, pitcher, first, I just set my 3 shots and I can tap on them as the action heads in their direction. This morning, I streamed a cooking show and set up an overhead shot. I attached a Mevo Start to a magnet mount and stuck the magnet mount to the air conditioner vent in the ceiling. Gave me the top-down shot. I zoomed in a little bit over 2x, 2 times, and the shot was beautiful. It was clear. It was well lit. It was next to a light that was aiming down as well. And so I know that the lighting had a lot to do with it. But even cropped in 2x, it was a beautiful shot of what was happening on the cooking show as he stirred up his ingredients for whatever it is he was making. If we then shift over to the Mevo Multicam app, we're going to have the ability to add as many cameras inputs, because Mevo Go lets us do things other than cameras for inputs, right? We can run video, we can run slides, we can run those other things through a smartphone. It's going to allow me to add NDI, as many as my processor in my control device or my network can handle. I can keep adding them in. I have run 7 Mevo Starts plus a couple of NDI inputs on my M1 MacBook Pro. It handled it no problem. Wi-Fi 6 router, M1 MacBook Pro, and it handled 7 starts plus a couple of NDI inputs in a test that I did not too long ago. So I have the freedom to set up multiple shots in the Multicam app. And in the Multicam app, doing overlays, doing graphics is even easier than it is in the single cam app because it has its own tab. I just tab over and select which graphics I want and they appear on the screen. Tap them again and they disappear from the screen. Very intuitive way to run graphics into my stream. So the extras for the Mevo ecosystem are incredible, and those are free downloads. But they have such an incredible product with their software and also with the hardware they put in that Mevo Start that it is a great way to begin live streaming.